devastation comes to California.
These are the images coming in right now. Authorities are calling this a, quote, particularly dangerous situation, a fast-moving wildfire.
The wildfires, coupled with strong winds, prompted evacuation warnings.
The Santa Ana winds, they are finally backing down, which is allowing more evacuation orders to be lifted near Altadena and Pasadena. However, the winds are likely to return early next week. It is still too early to know how strong they might be.
With powerful Santa Ana wind gusts creating dangerous fire conditions.
25 deaths have been reported in the two fires. Unfortunately, more than 23,000 acres have burned.
Mandatory evacuations are expanding.
As we hit the 2-week mark since the devastating outbreaks, the city and state are focused on recovery. Agencies are working hard to clean up the rubble and toxic ash left in the wake of the deadly fires.
Hey, in this video, we are talking about fire insurance and how to protect your home here in Boise from those wildfires. As a team, we've really come together this past week and our hearts go out to all those affected by the fires in LA. And it's caused us to think about all of our clients who are moving to this area from the California area or from Oregon and Washington who might have questions about the fires in Boise and around Boise and how to protect your home from fire casualties. But first, my name is Greg Langham. I'm an associate broker here in the Boise area. And so if you're thinking about making a move to the Boise, Idaho area, pick up the phone, give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email so that we can connect and put a game plan together that's right for you. So what makes Boise, Idaho vulnerable for wildfires here in our area if most of our topography in the Boise, Treasure Valley, Eagle Meridian area is more like flat farmland? Well, some things that contribute to all the wildfires that we have here in the Boise area are certain factors like climate change. I'm not talking about the political climate change, I'm just talking about warmer temperatures rising in general. Mix that with dry ground, you're gonna have a fire. A lot of that also comes from just all the outdoor recreation that Idaho has to offer. People go camping and they accidentally start a fire from their campfire because they weren't mindful, or they're new to the area and aren't understanding the proper ways to dispose of a fire before they go to bed at night or before they leave the campsite. And so those embers will flare up if we get some wind, and mix that with the dry ground, then you're really gonna start a big fire. Okay, so what are some things that you can do to kind of fireproof your home to minimize any risk to your house here in Idaho?
First, you want to make sure you clear your vegetation. So let's say you've got a tall tree or you've got trees and they're hanging over your roof, you definitely want to cut those back. And also just clear any shrubbery that's kind of close to your house, and that will be a great way to start.
In addition to your HOA, it's really great to get to know your neighbors and kind of like have this friendly neighborhood watch, so to speak.
Yeah, I mean, Idaho is honestly one of the best places for neighbors. I mean, honestly, people who have moved in from out of state, other areas, they always talk about how great their neighbors are.
Okay, so before we bring on our insurance agent to talk about, fire insurance on their homeowner's policy, we've covered in this video, the fires that we get here in the Boise area, the hazards and what can cause the fires, kind of how you can do a little bit of fire preventative maintenance around your home, some safety measures that you can take in place to do all of that. But really, the reason why you're watching this video probably is for who we have on next to talk about your homeowner's insurance policy, specifically the fire.
Hi, I'm John Marino from Allstate Insurance, the Eric Juglum Agency in downtown Boise. No, I haven't seen any non-renews or cancellations for fire hazards. Well, unlike California, where you have high fire class zones everywhere. Here in the Treasure Valley, Idaho, we're not seeing that same dynamic. So it's pretty simple to get a policy out here. You get a fire policy without all the restrictions as like in California. Basic home, say 2,000 square feet, we're looking between $1,800 to $2,200 a year. And that depends on the dwelling coverage, which here in Idaho, we're looking at about $250 to $300 a square foot is what we like to base the dwelling coverage on. Ooh, it's quite a bit more. We're looking at $700 a square foot in California. And obviously it's going to start going up out here as costs increase, property values go up, labor costs, material costs. Yeah, we're going from about $250 a square foot here now, as it used to be, you know, $150, $200, but as costs rise, that has to go up, increase. California is a minimum $600 a square foot out there right now is what you want to do in order to insure the property correctly. I say give me a call and I can review your current policy if you already have one. If you do not, I can give you a quote, go line for line with the coverages, and basically put together a policy that fits your needs and budget. Well, what I like to do is have the client walk the house and just get a mental list of all their personal belongings. You know, clothes, shoes, couches, TVs, electronics, that type of stuff, and say, what would it cost to replace all that? Usually, the dwelling amount will give you a percentage of personal property, which is usually adequate enough to replace all their personal belongings, and that's roughly 25% of the dwelling coverage. So I've never seen anyone not have enough personal belongings coverage. You can reach me directly at the office. My name is John Marino. The office phone number is 208-344-7189. We're located at 894 East Boise Avenue in downtown Boise. It's the Juglum Agency. Or you can email me at johnmarino1@allstate.com. And my mobile, if it's after hours or the weekends, I'm available, 650-291-6705, or Greg will have my information on his site.
Okay, so hopefully that was good information. Hopefully that kind of gave you a ballpark figure and some things to work with. But I think, you know, Boise, Idaho, Southern California or Northern California, kind of a vast difference when it comes to just, you know, the climate in general with 4 seasons that we get here in Idaho.
Yeah, I mean, Southern California is much drier. So they got less than 0.29 inches of rain since May of 2024.
Wow.
And for us here in Boise, we get a lot more precipitation, we get a lot more snow. On average, we get about 20 inches of snow and about 11 inches of rain. So it's very different. It's much drier down there, which obviously isn't good for fire season.
No, but you know, if you're still thinking, hey, I still want to come to Idaho, definitely pick up the phone, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. We really want to help you. We know the areas. Wendy's been here a lot longer than I have, but man, we kill it with real estate and helping people relocate. We are your concierge team when it comes to moving to Idaho. So don't hesitate if you're 5 years out, if you're 3 years out, if you're here right now watching this and you're like, I want to connect, we have the team in place to really connect with you and help you get to where you want to be in the timeline that you want to be. So don't hesitate to reach out. Go Idaho. Oh, I didn't know what we're doing. All right.